Switching now to our third Midday Forum, and joining us is Kathy McKillop with Nebraska Tourism. And you're here because there's two big events scheduled. One is taking place in May and one a little bit later.
Right. It's the kickoff to our Nebraska Tourism Care programs, and we're really excited about this because not only is it cool in our minds, but we also think it's a great opportunity to really show and shine Nebraskans. They're genuine, they're passionate, and they're really nice. So these are projects where they can volunteer to help us go out and give back to the communities across the state that have applied and been selected. And our first one's coming up is going to be at the Rubidoux Trading Center out in Gary, Nebraska. Sometimes you need that extra push to get you to go take that trip.
Sure.
This is it. This is it.
So it definitely sounds like a lot of fun. So what do we have to do in order to sign up?
Well, we're taking applications now until next Friday, not this Friday, so you've got a week to talk about it with others, rally the troops together, if you will, and get a group and go out. Spend a couple days. What you're going to be doing is volunteering to help restore this Rubidoux Post, which is a historic site in Nebraska. And we're looking for about 40 to 50 volunteers. And right now we're off to a good start, but we can always use more great Nebraskans.
And there's another event scheduled for June 10th and 11th. Where's that one taking
Well,
place
the
at?
10th and 11th in June is a little bit further north, but still a great part of the state, western Nebraska. It's going to be up by Chadron as part of the Cowboy Trail. So if you can't get into your schedule for the Rubidoux Trading Post, then go on up to Chadron and help, do some cleaning and pickup and debris removal of one of the largest rail-to-trail systems in the United States, and that's the Cowboy Trail.
And it really is cool to have so many different events taking place and kind of an opportunity, too, to travel throughout the state.
Well, I think it's a great opportunity when you go someplace and you feel not only the passion, but you're giving back, and then you learn about the history and that component of our state and really get to connect with fellow Nebraskans. You know, we're a pretty good lot. We're a pretty good lot. And when you get out there and start meeting them and connecting with them, you really realize that we have a lot in common. And we all want the same thing. We all want, a good life. We're all nice to people. We all want to give back. And this is a way that we give back as an industry, and it's our Tourism Cares project.
There you go. So definitely two fun events, two different places here in the state. And as you heard her say, not this Friday, but the following. So about 10 days or so to think it over, determine if you want to sign up. And if you do, sign up. Taking about 50 people.
We'd love to have you. We'd love to have everybody out there volunteering. If you don't have to be just from the metro region, share friends and family. Make it a getaway and go out there and give back.
There you go. Thank you, Kathy, for joining us. And we'll be right back with a recipe from the test kitchen. You're watching Channel 8 Eyewitness News Midday.
Yeah, my mic's on. It was on the whole time, I just muted it.
Howard is in the test kitchen this midday making the perfect side dish for spring. Here's the recipe.
Here in the Test Kitchen, we think salad should be part of almost every dinner. But night after night, if you don't mix things up, it can get pretty mundane. So I figured I would share a simple cucumber salad that always gets rave reviews. We start by trimming the ends off a couple of cucumbers. As for peeling them, that's up to you. But for me, I like to stripe them with a peeler. As for the easiest way to slice them, we could use a sharp knife. But if you have a mandolin, now would be a good time to dig it out. To that, we add some thinly sliced scallions and a good amount of chopped red bell pepper. Now, in a separate bowl, we make our dressing by combining some sour cream, white vinegar, a bit of sugar, and a little salt and pepper. Once that's mixed, we'll toss this with the veggies so that all the flavors can blend together. What's nice about this is we can make it and then let it sit in the fridge so it's ready when we are. And whether we serve it as is or over some mixed greens, get ready for a fresh tasting salad. So here's what I suggest. Go online and get the recipe for our crisp cucumber salad so you'll have it on hand when you feel like you need a change of pace. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a crisp and refreshing way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Now for the latest on what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Jason Nathanson with your Showbiz Wrap.
It was a strange sight indeed. Imagine how the manager of this New York City comic book store felt when Doctor Strange materialized before his very eyes. That's Benedict Cumberbatch in full costume as Marvel's master magician. The movie version of the classic comic wrapped shooting over the weekend, and the English actor decided to take one last turn as the title character. Take a good look. This Doctor Strange vanishes until the film opens in November. If you can't get enough of the Rolling Stones, then wild horses couldn't keep you from this exhibition. Appropriately titled Exhibitionism, it's 20,000 square feet of the Saatchi Gallery in London devoted to anything and everything about the Rockers. Rare musical instruments, famous outfits, and memorable artwork recalling the band's 50-year career are on display from the Stones' personal archives and from private collectors. If that dress Dolly Parton wore to the ACM Awards looked like it came from a bridal shop, the legend says there's a good reason for that. She's exchanging vows with her husband again.
My husband and I have been married 50 years in May, so we're going to do it all over again. I said, looked like I was practicing.
And Simon Cowell is bidding goodbye to American Idol, which ends its long TV run this week. The former judge on the show says it gave him the best time of his life, but he's philosophical about seeing it go.
We had a great time, everyone on it. Now it's time for something new, I guess.
And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And joining us once again is meteorologist Sean McMullen with a quick check of the 10-day forecast. And it seems like we're experiencing a little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. We started off nice and cool this morning with readings in the 40s. Breezy south winds are going to be with us through at least 5, 6, 7 o'clock, and then there will be a cold front that pushes through. Now, ahead of those breezy south winds will be a warm front, and then as that cold front pushes through, it could lead to the chance for showers and thunderstorms as we reach a high of 74 degrees. Now, some of those storms might be a little strong, maybe severe just to the south and east of us. Otherwise, we're just going to be in the 60s for the rest of the week, warming up on the weekend.
There you go. Thank you, Sean, and thank you for joining us.